Hi guys, welcome back to another Astro Reels. This time we're going to be taking a look at the energy for Libra. Yay! That's pretty much me. If you have not had a chance to check out the monthly reading as yet, April 2024, remember there are two parts. Go ahead and take a look. We're mid-month, so now's a good time to refresh on those energies. Also, if you are part of the mission-based community, head on over to the Ascension readings that we just put out. A few days ago. If you haven't looked at it, go ahead and enjoy that. And also, if you're part of the mission-based community, check out the Virgo reading because the guides came through with that with an advisory to kind of keep to the timeline. They were kind of updating us on what the timeline is. And when I say timeline, I mean, remember how we've been talking about over the past few months, how we need to be ready for this year? In particular, starting off in like April, May, June. Remember I was telling you about that since October of 2023. Now, the reason why is because, well, things are about to pop off. There are a lot of people who are going to be awakening in their lives. They're going to be questioning the system, whatever the system of beliefs is for them. It may not necessarily be mainstream media. It could be something else for them that is keeping them imprisoned in their mindset, and they're awakening to what? Their higher selves. They're going to have questions, they're going to have needs, they're going to need to be pointed in the right direction. And for those of you who have in your soul contract an agreement to be of service to others, remember, it doesn't have to look any specific way. You don't have to even have a job. You don't have to be able to do anything like what do you call it, metaphysical, blah, blah, blah. It's just that you have agreements with people, karmic agreements with people to help them out when the time comes. And that's what we're talking about, the time frame. So the guides were kind enough to come through and say, hey, just a little bit of an advisory here to please be ready. And they were saying that for those of us, it was definitely for me. I got off that call and we just made the call. These are calls, by the way, everyone's listening, but these videos we're putting out. But after I finished recording the Virgo reading a few minutes ago, but a day later after, for you when you watch it, they had me sit down and they gave me a timeline for myself that spanned about 4 weeks, because they said we have 2 to 4 weeks left to prepare before, I guess, some contracts start coming up. For some of you that could be in terms of having clients start walking through your door. For some of you it's because you have to make certain things, construct certain things, or you have to be in the right position. Could be something as simple as, I keep getting to book this vacation. You think you're going on vacation, but no, you actually have to rendezvous with somebody else to have some conversation or impart some wisdom, or just be there energetically so they can be in your field, whatever, right? It's up to you and your soul's contract and how you do those things. But it's time. And look at this guy. What's he doing? He's waiting, right? So that's the energy here. I just wanted to make reference to that because, our spirit team, they're on it. They're like, hey, what are you doing? I don't know. Okay, well, let me let you know what you could be doing. They always stop short of saying should, But anyway, all right, so let's jump right in. Libra, you don't have to have any specific Libran placements for these messages to be for you, and you don't have to be watching at the time that the messages are being published. If it's for you, chances are it's for you. If it resonates, chances are it's for you. If it doesn't resonate, I would definitely take a step back, come back a little bit later. For somebody, I just heard the word car wash, so this message is for you today. Come back a little bit later and see if you can recognize the energies once they've had the opportunity to manifest a little bit more. If you'd like to work more personally with me, whether it's for personal stuff, relationships, if you're trying to do business or trying to feel the energies of your employment or whatever, or if it's mission-based stuff, we do it all, healing work, all of that, at my Etsy page. All right, let's jump in. Okay, I love when I get this card. This to me is the most powerful card in this deck. The way I read, this is the most powerful card in the deck. It's the most official. It's got integrity written all over it. So let me pop on my specs and see what's up. I'm seeing this card here, and this is initiation. This initiations card. What is this? Is this the lost? Do I know these cards this much? Is this the lost treasury card? Treasures? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, it's speaking of, look at that, double contract cards right there and up in the air. Look, we can't even get to these cards yet until boom. There's a certain threshold, they're saying, that has to be met in order for you to do some of the work that you're doing. So again, I know these aren't the ascension readings, but the people who watch my videos and who tend to book services with me, even if they think they're just coming for some love reading or they want to look at their past lifetimes, they have soul contract agreements to be of service to others. So these messages, that's why they always come through with this kind of like service oriented message. So Spirit is saying that for those of you, I'm getting copycat energies. What is that about? Oh, so if some of you are a little bit concerned about the work that you're doing, whether you're making items, like constructing items like jewelry or t-shirts or whatever it is that you're making, or cudgels or sigils, or a lot of art, some type of channeled art, or if you're providing services or you're making courses, some of you may be actually a little bit concerned, understandably, in this world where we are, that there will be copycats for what you do. Some of you may be worried about copyright stuff, trademark things, having your designs or your ideas stolen. And unfortunately, in this world that we live in, that may be a thing that a lot of people experience or seem to experience. But what I'm hearing from the guides is that bring your work through. They're saying, stop worrying about, notice how my intonation changed? Bring your work through. Stop worrying about who's watching you. And like if some of you are afraid to bring out information, sometimes I get a little nervous because I'm a punk, but sometimes I get a little nervous with the information that I get channeled and I want to bring through personally, because it could be received in a certain way because people have certain programming, especially when we get into certain topics. So I get nervous about that. But anyway, so they're saying bring your work through, stop worrying about who's going to be looking at you, what's going to be copied, all this and that. They're saying it's just you. And listen, from a higher level of the field, we understand this. There is no other. It's just you. Okay? And we've talked about this many times on this channel. We're not going to go into it again because it's already 7 minutes here. But Spirit is saying right now, for a lot of you, the holdup is not because you haven't received. This is a message that came through. Let me see which one. In the Leo reading. If you haven't watched a Leo reading, the title has the word Frankenstein in it. Go ahead and watch it, because see here we have Archangel Raphael, shout out, offering something. And here you are, super cute. Anytime I see this card, it gives me an energy of obstinacy, right? So she's like, no, right? And here they are trying to, these guides trying to get her out of her stubborn state, her state of obstinacy, right? So the point is, for some of you, maybe like not getting started or itching to get started, but you don't know who to work with, or you whatever is going on for you. And they're trying to show you that the holdup is not as often about other people as you think. It's about you and your general systems, your generating systems. Some of you are generators in human design. I just wanted to point that out. And when we are generators, I'm a generator. That's why you see me. I'm always working on something, literally. Like, how many jobs do I have? And all these things, right? So some of you are generators and you work to produce and create and do all this stuff, or whatever you want to say. Lend your hand to constructing something. But if you're not careful, you lend yourself to projects and to energies and people and I guess projects. Yeah. Did I say that already? Projects? Anyway, that will drain you. You have to feel good about what you're doing, because it's through your joy and your excitement about something that's literally your guidance as a generator. That tells you whether or not you should be working on something. Are you working on something that's bringing you frustration? So if you are somebody who's like never been good at doing stuff you don't like, there's some people who can do things, they hate it, but they'll do it. I am not one of those people. But yet I struggle with that a lot. And that is a clear indication for generators, human design generators, that you're on the wrong path then. And so if that's you, they're saying that some of you are struggling because you're not aware of your guidance system and how it works. Okay, if you're out here feeling frustrated and all sorts of stuff, look under the hood and that will help you. Okay, and I do see that you're being given energies and I'm getting and machines. Some of you are being given machines. You're being given things from a higher order is what I'm seeing. Because look at this, it's coming, so that's a, what's the word? Before I even start grasping audibly. That's a confirmation that you're legitimately receiving. Some of you are channels, shout out, right? Some of you are channels, some of you are writing books and you don't realize that you're channeling. I'm seeing children's books here for somebody, at least one person, right? I'm seeing earthenware. Oh my God, I love earthenware. Thank you, whoever you are who's an artisan and doing earthenware. Thank you for your service. Okay, some of you are doing a lot of stuff. I see some of you working with gardening, like part of your service is to garden and to maybe be a part of a community garden or add to the literature that's out there on proper gardening. It could be sustainable gardening, all sorts of stuff. People, you guys have abilities, you have talents, you have wisdom. You just lack follow through sometimes, and you lack belief in self. See, you've got this confirmation that you're receiving information for sure from on high, whatever you want to put there as on high, and at the same time, look, followed up by the master artisan. You've got teaching potential. 11 minutes, 11 seconds, whoever you are. So some of us are out here, you know, playing small, like, oh, but I'm still learning, and oh my God, I don't know, and like a bit, and then the guides are just looking at you like, what are you talking about? You're a teacher. And this happens very often in sessions with people. They'll come into my sessions and they're like still kind of learning things at the 3D level, and they're asking questions, and sometimes they're like, I know I have to do something, but I don't really know much. And then I'm looking and I'm feeling your energy when I'm looking at you, and all I see is I'm sitting across from a master. You are showing mastery in something that you do. Otherwise you would not be out here leading stuff. Okay? You know, they're not going to be like, hey, why don't you just go down there and do your best and hammer away at things? No, you signed up, and a lot of you were recruited. You're here for work purposes. Your higher self knows what it's doing. Look at you. You're a master in what you do. And that's why we started off with this right here. As I'm saying these energies and I'm speaking this into the field that we have here, the collective field of us on the call, I'm starting to see underneath this card starting to become available to us. This. Boom, there are the contracts, right? You have to start getting into the right frame of mind. Oh my God, why? Sorry, I said why because they're talking to me too, and they're like using me as an example. So look, I'm out here, I'm gonna let myself be used as an example, although my Capricorn South Node hates that. But okay, get it. I get it. Literally my career is in second language acquisition. It's teaching. I've done that, so clear, teaching. And I've been playing school since grade school. I was such a big nerd. I collected textbooks. My principal of the elementary school used to let me go into the basement and collect textbooks. I used to make worksheets. I was always teaching. That's the thing. And here it is today that I've stepped into my actual teaching role, like soul mission wise. And I've just been teaching my whole life. And I still struggle with the confidence to like say that and help me, you know, like, but you know, I'm sorry, I'm trying. So they're like, yeah, they're like this, yeah, like that's an example. Like me, I'm a teacher, that's what I do. People have told me that. I know that literally that's my actual day job, like my 3D work career and everything. And it's now this, I'm teaching. It doesn't matter what I teach, but it doesn't mean that I still don't struggle with feelings of self-worth or legitimacy, especially since I don't have credentials in any of these healing stuff. My spirit team taught me all this stuff. They taught me all this stuff, and my higher self taught me all this stuff. This is natural, what I have. I'm not going to be here and say I have this practitioner Reiki thing or this, that, or I don't have that. But it doesn't mean I'm not out here doing my spirit work. So I guess that's why they wanted to show. And they were just like, hey, get to work. And I started. That's where I'm at. So by the way, oh, they're so cute. Oh my God. They're like, and I do other stuff. Yes, I do make clothes, by the way. I didn't really, yeah, only one person knows that, but 2 people know that. But yeah, I make this shirt that I have, right? You can't see the rest of it. That's okay. But the point is we can do all sorts of things. And we have natural skills and abilities. So stop letting your self-worth get in the way. And they're talking to me hardcore. Embarrassing. But you see, they're like, you see what happens? You see what happens? So whoever this message is for, stop playing small. You're highly qualified. And if you don't believe me, come see me because I will let you know. I don't mince words when I look in your field. I'm telling you the good, the bad, and the ugly, but gently with super hugs, okay? Until next time, God bless you. Bye.